Well, Stuart said a lot of border news to cover, which we will be doing as the news breaks. You got the Department of Homeland Security with officials there just saying a few moments ago that they're facing what they have described as a, quote, system-wide meltdown on the southern border of the United States. The press secretary at the White House, Sarah Sanders, adding that we're at a breaking point, and it all comes as President Trump is still standing firm, it appears, on a threat to just close down the southern border. That does have some market watchers worried about the economic consequences. And let's start things off here, have a discussion about all of this and where we should go with the Arizona Attorney General as our first guest, Mark Brnovich. And, you know, it seems, if nothing else, as if there's more acknowledgement on both sides that there is a crisis. Do you sense that here, the kind of a little bit of a change the last at least few days?
I hope so. I hope so. But let's not kid ourselves. This is a crisis that's been going on for, 15 years. I mean, in fact, in 2005, Arizona's Governor Janet Napolitano declared an emergency along the border. Now, she was the Democratic governor who later went on to serve the Obama administration as Director of Homeland Security. So here we are 15 years later dealing with the same issues, the same problems. 2005, President Bush went to the border. We ended up with the Border Fence Act in 2005, which resulted in some more border fencing because of the crisis. And once again, 10 years later, we're still dealing with it. So this has been a bunch of fits, starts and stops because of all the politics involved. And I would just urge the bureaucrats and the elected members of Congress in D.C. to put aside their petty differences and stop playing politics with this issue and do what's right for Americans.
Which is what? I mean, right now we have the language, as I said, being used by, this was a conference call, by the way, for reporters where a senior Department of Homeland Security official said we're at a, quote, system-wide meltdown. So they're trying to get the word out, again, that this is a true crisis. So the right solution this time is what?
Well, first of all, I think we need to do everything we can to secure our southern border. I mean, just this year, our office has had several major indictments involving people with ties to Mexico. In fact, one individual had been permanently, has a lifetime ban in 2017 after serving prison in the United States, was just arrested and indicted by our office for trying to smuggle in more than 26,000 fentanyl pills, more than a pound of heroin, 20 pounds of marijuana. So there's this constant cycle. There is no operational border security at certain parts of our border. And that's the reality. And so for some bureaucrat or some liberal politician in New York City, they may not see the day-to-day impact. But here in Arizona, here in the border states, we are seeing it. And something needs to be done. And just another fact that I think your viewers need to be aware of is, just in the last few months, more than 18,000 migrants have been released into Arizona cities. Now, this is having a financial impact on Arizona as well. So while this may be theoretical and it may be ways for people to raise money on the East Coast, we here in Arizona, we here in the border states are feeling this every single day.
So you're talking about a financial or economic impact, and that's the other side of this, of course, is the economic risk of closing down the entire border, which has been threatened, although it's not entirely clear what the president is threatening, whether it would be a partial shutdown or whether it would be an entire shutdown. But to that point, we, at Fox Business, we've heard a lot of economists and the like and other, business leaders come out and say you can't do that. That would be a catastrophe economically. You're saying you're feeling it already on the economics, but there's got to be some balance there, right?
We are, and that's why this requires a federal solution. It requires Congress to do their job. And the reality is that states like Arizona, we rely very heavily on trade with Mexico. Right. And, there's a lot of jobs here in Arizona that are dependent on, the cross-border trade. And so, I think that's mutually beneficial. That being said, somebody out there, I think what the president's doing, and we don't know what he's going to do or ultimately do or not do, but I think what he's trying to do is draw as much attention to this issue as possible. And I think that's why he plans on visiting the border again later this week to draw attention to the fact that there are parts of our border where there is no operational security. We need to do something. And whether that's electronic barriers, whether that's more agents, whether that's more physical fencing, something needs to be done. Congress needs to allocate more resources in order to secure our border, to protect our communities.
I think you're probably right about the attention-seeking nature of all this. And, a lot of more people are talking about it the last couple of days. But thank you, sir, Mr. Attorney General. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it today.
Thanks for having me on.
We'll stay on top of this.